Okay, let's get through some more of these records. And these records today are going to be in the D section, but it's going to be 3 bands. So all this is just 3 bands, and we'll start with this band. This is a greatest early hits of the fabulous Dickies. And here's a record that doesn't have any fast songs on it, but it's still really good. And these little negatives from a 35mm camera, those are negatives from a show that I went to at Bogart's in Long Beach, California on the Pacific Coast Highway back in like 1990 or maybe 89. I went and seen them there twice, and one of the times the Creamers were opening up for them. But anyway, that's what those negatives are from, is a show at Bogart's. And this was bought at a Music Plus on Highland Avenue in San Bernardino, California. And this one is, well, you have it. If you're watching my videos, you have that record. Okay, this is the incredible shrinking Dickies. This record is a must-have. This is a photo from when they played at Calamity Jane's many, many years ago. And here is a flyer from the very first time they ever played Las Vegas, and the very first show at the Huntridge Theater that would be considered a rock and roll show. And here's a set list. And I think this set list is from a show in Portland, Oregon. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is. All right. Here is The Dawn of the Dickies. This is on blue vinyl. This is a repressing. And here is a flyer from a show in Las Vegas where that picture that I showed you earlier is from. And the promoter and owner of the venue, when I was working in Las Vegas, not Las Vegas, I mean Laughlin, as a bartender, she came to the bar because her band was playing, because Calamity Jane had a band. Anyway, she autographed it for me, and I also had Stan Lee from the Dickies autograph this little flyer, and she put her lipstick on it. And the funniest thing about this flyer is she wrote how much she paid the band to do the gig. So the Dickies made $1,500 to do the show that night. That's something you don't see every day. The price of what the band charged. I also have one from D.O.A. and Iggy Pop when they played there. And she also wrote the price of how much she paid, and I don't know where those are. They're somewhere in a box. Okay, here is a Dickies record that is live. And here's the little fold out. This is a Dickies ticket stub. And on the back of this is an interview. And this is live from somewhere in Ireland, or no, Belfast. Well, yeah, that's in Ireland, I think. And this one's pretty good. Okay, here's another version of the flyer from when the Dickies first played in Las Vegas. There's a ticket stub from, hey, here's the ticket stub from one of the Bogarts shows on the Pacific Coast Highway, and this one is August 16th, 1991. And this record, yeah, let's get to the record. This is Idiot Savant, and this record is very good. Actually, all the Dickies records are good. I don't even have to say if they're good or bad. They're all great. This is great. This is Live in London, 1990. All This in Puppet Stew. This is their last release. They keep threatening to release more records, but I don't think they're gonna. There's something in this that seems to be making it heavy. Here we go. There's all kinds of hidden stuff in these records that I'm probably skipping. Here's a set list. I don't know what show this is from, but it's a set list. I've seen the Dickies over 30 times. So that's why I get confused. You know, I have all these set lists from the show and autograph flyers, and I'm just going, where the hell was this? Anyway, this is the little thing that comes inside with the record. And this is something I got off of eBay. Oh, look. Here's another set list from another show, but I think this set list is from this show. And it was at the Boston in Las Vegas. And yeah, I remember that nobody came to this. Maybe 10 people came to this Dickies show in Las Vegas. And there's more in here. What is this? Oh, this is a little tour book that I got off of eBay. And it's for the European tour, and I thought it would go good with this record. Is there anything else in here? There was one time I pulled a record out to play it, and there was a couple of $100 bills inside the jacket. I can't remember just putting them in there. I don't know what they were doing in there, but I think I took them out. I don't think I left them in there. When you've been collecting records as long as I have, every once in a while you'll pull out an old record to play it, and it'll have something in there, and you'll just go, damn, I didn't know I still had this. And every once in a while it's money. This is Stuka's over Disneyland. This is Dogs. What is this called? Dogs from the Hair That Bit Us. And I bought this at a show at the Huntridge Theater in Las Vegas, now that I think about it. And this is a record of cover versions of songs. And there's a ticket stub from Portland, Oregon show with the Queers. Actually, there's a little bit of a story behind this. This show, it was at Dante's Inferno in Portland, Oregon, and it was the only time I'd ever seen the Dickies where the lead singer didn't say anything in between the songs. Nothing. They just played the songs. There was no banter in between the songs or anything. They just played the full set, and he said nothing. He must have been mad about something that night. It was just kind of strange not to hear him tell little jokes in between the songs. Okay, so that's all the Dickies stuff. Now we move on to this. Here's another ticket stub. What is this for? this is for DEVO at the Key Club, 2006. And that's a casino that's kind of by Riverside, California. That was a great show. And this record is, well, everybody knows what this is and how perfect it is. Now here's some stuff that isn't so perfect. Here's a maxi single for a song, Watch Us Work It. Okay, this is kind of like a little book. Here's the record Fresh. Is that what that's called? Yeah, this is the Fresh record. And it's pretty good. Here's the Fresh single. And I just made all three into a book because they kind of all went together. Here's New Traditionalists. And this one isn't that good. It's got two good songs on it. It's just not, once you hear the first two, you kind of judge by those, and it's kind of a letdown. Oh wait, there's something inside this one. There's a poster and a record. Yeah, this has got stuff in it. This video may take longer than I thought. Okay. Here's the little order form that they wanted you to buy stuff from them. And this came with the record, Working in a Coal Mine, 7-inch. And this poster. Geez, it's been years since I've looked at this. I can barely remember what this looks like. And this is the poster that came with the New Traditionalists, probably on the first pressings. Geez, I've had this record for a long time. I can't remember the last time I listened to it. Probably 35 years. I haven't listened to this since the late 80s. I have a recording of it on my computer though. So if I do want to hear it, I don't have to play the vinyl. I can't remember where I bought this thing. Probably somewhere in Portland, Oregon. Okay, here's a record store day release of the New Traditionalist Tour, a show from Seattle, Washington. It's the whole show, double LP, and it's pretty good. Here's another record store day, DEVO record. This is from the very, very early years, Max's Kansas City. And this is definitely worth a $20 bill. That's a really good one. Here's the hardcore DEVO record. There's a ticket stub from when I saw this tour in Seattle. But this is a recording from Oakland, California. And this is their early stuff, live. They're like really, really early stuff. And here is the original recordings of their early stuff called Hardcore DEVO. This is volume 2. This, It Comes with Things. I think it's a double album. Oh, it doesn't. Anyway, these are the red vinyl copies. And I remember I ordered these right when it went on sale on the computer at work. Then a couple hours later, they were all gone. This comes with it. What is it? Ah, they're lyrics. So it comes with a lyric sheet. This is the volume 2 of the really early 70s stuff. And it's okay. It's kind of slow, if you want to know the truth. They're kind of weird and slow. Not like the stuff that they became famous for in 1977. So these are the on the ball DEVO records, as I call them, because you had to be on the ball to get one. The red vinyl copies, they sold out really quick. Yeah, it says these recordings were made in Akron, Ohio between April 74 and December 77. Wow, that fits in there tight. Jeez, that doesn't want to go in. Some record jackets are bigger than others. This is a big one. The little protective sleeve fits on really tight. Same with this one. This is volume 1. And this is just a single album. But it's the red vinyl. And I'm sure it comes with a lyric sheet. I'm not going to pry it out like I did the other one. Okay, this one is Oh No, It's DEVO. And this has the little stand in the back. And this has got a couple of good songs on it. Actually, it's got like 4. This is not a bad little record. This is a DEVO bootleg. And there's no information that comes with this thing. But it's got a bunch of songs from like the 1980 period on it, and it's live. No, actually, these are studio outtakes. They're not live at all. So anyway, if you see this, it's worth $10. And here's the one everybody bought back in 1980, the DEVO Live little EP. That they were that they put out due to the success of this, which this one's okay. Half of it's good, half of it's kind of mediocre. But the songs that are good, kind of like the Ramones' Road to Ruin, are good, you know, beyond compare. And this is a Record Store Day release, and this is that full DEVO Live show. So this is the entire show that they got that little EP from. All right, and this is another DEVO Live record. This is an official release. And this is from the Palace in Hollywood, California, December 9th, 1988. Double LP, and this one's okay. It's worth $5. This one is not worth $5. This thing is worth $1. Let's not talk about that one. This thing's good. This is from the Mabuhay Gardens, 1977, and it's a really good bootleg, and it's real easy to get. The record jacket may look different, but this has been bootlegged a lot, and the reason why is because it's really good. And here's the record that started it all. This thing is perfect from beginning to finish. Best DEVO record ever. Okay, let's move on to D.O.A. This is the newest compilation from Sudden Death Records, and this thing is perfect. Go online and buy this thing. It's really good. It's a double LP, It's got all the great songs on it. It's got different versions of the great songs. Okay, this is the Northern Avenger record, and this thing is half and half. Half of the songs are just perfect. Best you've ever heard, and the others are kind of eh. So that makes it worth buying. Here's a set list. Here's a little copy of a flyer from a show I went to in Portland, Oregon, with them and Millions of Dead Cops, and here is the set list from that show. So yeah, this Northern Avenger record, it's actually really good. It's just the songs that aren't great, they're not great. But the songs that are great are just that. So definitely buy this. Okay, here's the Talk minus Action equals 0 record. This is a recent one, sort of. And this has got 4 good songs on it. And then the rest are kind of eh. This is a ticket stub from when I went and seen them in Richland, Washington. Yeah, this song is this record is worth buying just for the side A. Side B, oh geez, I don't think there's any good songs on side B. But side A is really good. Okay, this is Festival of Atheists, and this one, again, it's got a few good songs on it. This is We Come in Peace, and this one has got a few good songs on it. And this one came with a poster that it looks autographed. Let's see what this poster looks like. Yeah, looking at the songs on this record, there's like three good songs. Wow, this is a big poster. And it comes with this poster. Wow, that's big. I don't know why the poster doesn't advertise this record, but it doesn't. Okay, this is D.O.A, Hard Rain Falling, and this is a much better record. This thing's great. Can't say enough good things about this record. I went and seen D.O.A in San Francisco. The last time I seen him was in San Francisco about 2 years ago. And I brought this record with me, and I had the whole band autograph it. Here's their most recent record, Fight Back. And I also brought this one for the whole band to autograph. Because the band that was playing, or the version of D.O.A that was playing that night, those were the dudes that made these 2 records. Also, this one's really good too. So the new D.O.A records, the 2 newest ones, definitely pick those up and buy the Hard Rain Falling. Well, not the Hard Rain Falling, the Northern Avenger. That one's really good. Here is a perfect thing. And it's both copies of it. Each record has a different list, or it just has different songs on it. So if you're going to buy this, you got to get both of these. And then you'll have the whole thing. This one also is a really good one. It has a bunch of great songs on it. This one is also a really good one. It's got a bunch of great songs on it. The songs are kind of cleaned up on this, but it's still good. Oh, here it is. Here's the little flyer from D.O.A. in Las Vegas. There's the owner's autograph. There's her lipstick. And D.O.A. got paid $2,000 to do the show. Okay, this is D.O.A. Win the Battle. I bought this at a show from the band. And this one's okay. Half of it's good, half of it's not. Okay, more D.O.A. stuff. What is this? Here's a ticket stub from another show in Richland, Washington. Another show of D.O.A. Here is D.O.A. live in Chinatown in Vancouver, Canada. This one's really good. Double LP. Okay. Here is Bloodied but Unbowed. And this is like a greatest hits. And I would tell you to buy this, but I'm sure you already have this thing. Okay, this is D.O.A. The Lost Tapes. And this one's pretty good. It's just like demo versions of songs from the 80s. I mean, it's not like demo versions of songs from the 80s. It is demo version songs of the 80s. This is D.O.A. Live Free or Die. And this has got a few, actually it's like, this is another half and half record. Half the songs are good, half the songs aren't. Here is a newspaper clipping that says, this is from Visalia, California. It says, man threatens kids at McDonald's. And the reason why I kept this, I guess this guy was swinging at a little kid. Anyway, I saw this guy. I was in the A&W on Mooney Boulevard in Visalia. And this guy was in there acting very, very strange. Like violently strange. And then I left, and then the next day I see this in the newspaper about how he went and attacked a kid. Actually, he attacked a kid in a parking lot, and then he went into the McDonald's and started messing around. Anyway, that's why that's in there. Okay, back to the records. Enough about that crummy little Visalia town. This is D.O.A. 13 Flavors of Doom. This is another half and half. And if half the songs are good, it's worth buying. And the last record is D.O.A. Loggerheads. And this one isn't that good. I think it's got two, good songs on it. It's got two songs on it that you'd want to hear them play if you went and seen them. There it is. And those are some of the D's, and that's all the D.O.A., the Dickies, and DEVO that I have that are like on 12-inch. I have a ton of little 7-inch and 10-inch records that have that are of various bands and of D.O.A. and Dickies and stuff like that. But we'll have to wait to get to those much, much later. Okay, that's it for this video. Let's go get some more records. This house is filled with them.